Serving southern New Mexico, this is the award-winning KRWG-TV News22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Alcari Shirsat.
And I'm Diego Velasquez. An 82-year-old man is facing decades in prison after a Las Cruces jury found him guilty of second-degree murder and other charges.
The jury reached the verdict earlier today. In July last year, James Terrio got into an argument with his neighbors. It ended when Terrio shot and killed Carlos Pichardo and wounded Fatima Ortiz, who was Pichardo's wife. In all, Terrio was convicted of second-degree murder, attempted second-degree murder, and conspiracy to tamper with evidence. Terrio could face more than 2 decades in prison.
The family of a state police officer killed in the line of duty is getting a settlement of more than $500,000. Officer Darian Jarrett was killed in a traffic stop in February 2021 on Interstate 10 between Las Cruces and Deming. The man who shot him was wanted for smuggling drugs. The family said that the state did not warn Jarrett the suspect had threatened to kill police officers. Jarrett's 4 children will receive $45,000 each. $160,000 will go to his widow, while the rest go to lawyers. The state police also changed policies to prevent similar incidents. The Police Cruces Department continues to investigate shots fired last night near Fernie and Espina. A News22 faculty member who lives in the area heard gunfire shortly after 10 p.m. He says it sounded like an automatic weapon. Police have several people in custody and recovered a weapon at the scene. The police department hasn't released any additional information. And Abigail Salas is next with the first look at weather.
Let's take a look at our current conditions. As you can see, the skies are cloudy. Temperatures at 66 degrees, winds at west-southwest at 9 miles per hour. Humidity is at 41%, dew point at 42 degrees, and the barometer is at 30.15 inches. Now taking a look at today's high, we had a high of 72 degrees and an average of 66 degrees. Today's low was at 51 degrees. Taking a look at those record temperatures, in 2017 we had a high of 80 degrees, and in 1970 we had a low of 21 degrees. There was no rain today, so that leaves our yearly rainfall at 5.66 inches. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Abigail. The Biden administration says its latest effort to reduce student loan debts is working. Borrowers must show that paying off student debt would cause extreme hardship to get it to start. That's always been true, but the new federal rules make it easier to prove. Officials say 99% of recent applicants receive full or partial discharges. Last month, more than 43 million borrowers resumed payments after they were paused for more than 3 years.
The U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs says New Mexico currently has over 172,000 veterans living in the state, and many suffer with mental health problems.
The VA supports many types of therapy and treatment for veterans that can be found at the NMSU golf course. Christian Cross reports.
Like many U.S. veterans, Dan Hahn had very little hope when he returned to civilian life. But here on the NMSU golf course, hope is more than just a 4-letter word.
There it is. Bam! PGA Hope is helping our patriots everywhere. And PGA Hope is our free military and veteran programming at NMSU Golf Course. So really PGA Hope is our community outreach, right? It's bringing military, active, and veterans to our campus. Hey, that ball's on the green. You know, I didn't chunk it, I didn't blade it, I didn't hit it anywhere, I'm gonna go putt. Right?
PGA Hope is a 6-week program that meets once a week. It brings veterans and active military together as they learn the skill-building activities of playing golf, which include the long game, chipping, putting, and more.
There you go! Nice. I think it gives them a safe place to talk. They know they're around other veterans, and they know if they say something and they feel out of place, but being around a veteran, it's just, you don't feel out of place, you feel comfortable.
Perfect. There you go.
This safe and comfortable environment not only encourages open dialogue, but also fosters acts of kindness and support.
There was a veteran, Terry Taylor. She was using some old clubs, and it was her mom's, and some old wooden fairway woods and stuff like that. And at the end of the class, during the graduation dinner, Jason White went up and got a bag of some golf clubs in it and with a bag and came in and he gave it to her. And she lit the whole room up. Her smile was just, I mean, it was great.
Right, she needed to get out and about. She needed to be around other people, specifically, you know, her veteran community, military community.
Dan Hahn intends to continue to hold more PGA Hope sessions in southern New Mexico and El Paso, and even plans to take a few veterans to be a part of the PGA Hope tournament that will be held in Albuquerque in late November. Christian Cruces, News 22.
And stay tuned because Abigail will be back with your national weather forecast. Welcome back. You're watching News 22 Thursday,
Where news matters.
It looks cloudy out there.
Very cloudy. Abigail, what do you have us for our national forecast?
So we're going to start off by taking a look at tonight's forecast. As you can see, pretty cool temperatures across the U.S. with the north receiving like temperatures of the 20s and the 30s, and then moving down to the south with temperatures in New Orleans at 62 degrees, so a little bit hotter, and looking at Albuquerque in New Mexico at 45 degrees. Now taking a look at my next map, we're going to take a look at those weekend temperatures for those who are planning to travel for Thanksgiving. As you can see, there is some rain going to hit Portland at 54 degrees and Los Angeles at 65 degrees. There won't be rain here in Cruces, but there will be some rain up in Denver. Taking a look at my next map, Sunday you can see the rain is going to move to Texas and the Great Plains area, with Omaha receiving rain and it being at 55 degrees. There will be a mix of snow and rain up here in New Mexico, Four Corners area, with Salt Lake City receiving a mix and it being at 44 degrees. Now for my next map, we're going to jump all the way to Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, where you can see it's pretty, nothing really going on except in the east side of the U.S., with New York receiving rain and being at 53 degrees, and Florida receiving most of the rain. That's all I have for your national forecast. I will be back with your local temperatures. Welcome back. Let's take a look at those local temperatures. As you can see, those temperatures are ranging from the 50s to 60 degrees, with Socorro at 61 degrees, here in Las Cruces 66 degrees, and Deming at 67 degrees. Now looking at tomorrow's forecast, Farmington will be at 65 degrees, Socorro at 70 degrees, Roswell at 74 degrees, Las Cruces 76 degrees, and Deming at 73 degrees. Taking a look at Alamogordo, there will have a low of 49 degrees tonight, and tomorrow a high of 74 degrees. And taking over to Truth or Consequences, they will have a low of 49 degrees, some cloudy skies. Tomorrow a high of 74 degrees. And Silver City will have a low as well, 46 degrees, and tomorrow a high of 69 degrees. Bringing it back here to Las Cruces, tonight we'll have a low of 51 degrees, and tomorrow we'll have a high of 76 degrees. That's all I have. Let's take it back to the desk.
Thanks, Abigail. And there's a new member of the family at the Whipsnade Zoo in the UK.
This desert antelope is named Oryx because of his curved sword-like horns. Oryx came from a zoo in Denmark to help his species come back from the brink of extinction. The young male is surrounded by a herd of 9 females. This is part of an international breeding program to reestablish this species that's already extinct in the wild. Let's see what Jeremy Padilla has in sports. Jeremy.
Thanks, Alcati. Coming up in sports, NMSU is getting their footing in the USA Conference. You can toss that remote because News 22 is next.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
Welcome back. I'm Jeremy Padilla, and let's talk sports. The New Mexico State volleyball team is ready to try and add their first Conference USA Championship trophy this weekend. The Aggies secured the number 2 seed in the Conference USA tournament after last week's game helped prevail them ahead in the standings. The tournament will be held this weekend in Lynchburg, Virginia, hosted by the Liberty Flames. The Aggies will face off against the 7th seed Louisiana Tech tomorrow at 2 p.m. The entire tournament will be streamed on ESPN+, where you can watch the Aggies take on Louisiana Tech. And that's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action after the break. Still ahead on News 22, Abigail will be back to take a look at your 5-day forecast.
Now let's go to Abigail for our 5-day forecast.
As you can see, tomorrow we'll have mostly cloudy skies to a high of 76 and a low of 54. Saturday as well, a high of 75 degrees and a low of 45. Sunday and Monday we'll have sunny skies. Sunday 68 degrees, low of 40. Monday and Tuesday, sunny skies, highs in the around 60 degrees and lows in the 30s. That's all I have. Let's take it back to the desk.
And that's all from News 22 Thursday. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight.
Tune in with us after the Thanksgiving break. I'm Alcari Shirzat.
I'm Diego Velasquez, and from the whole News 22 team, Alcari, Abigail, Jeremy, and myself, we wish everyone a great Thanksgiving.
This news brief in Español is brought to you by Noticias 22, Spanish language news for southern New Mexico and West Texas. Noticias 22.
Buenas tardes, les saluda Zaira Sánchez con las breves de hoy en Noticias 22. El Departamento de Policía de las Cruces sigue investigando los disparos de anoche cerca de las calles Farney y Espina. Un miembro de la facultad de News 22 que vive en la zona escuchó disparos automáticos, dijo que se escuchó como un arma automática. La policía tiene a varias personas bajo custodia y están buscando cualquier posible arma que pudiera haber sido descartada. El Departamento de Policía no ha revelado información adicional. Un hombre de 82 años se enfrenta a décadas de prisión después de que un jurado de las Cruces lo declarara culpable de asesinato en segundo grado y de otros cargos. El jurado emitió hoy su veredicto. En julio del año pasado, James Terrio tuvo una discusión con sus vecinos. Al final, Terrio disparó y mató a Carlos Picharo e hirió a Fátima Ortiz, esposa de Picharo. En total, Terrio fue condenado por asesinato en segundo grado, intento de asesinato en segundo grado y conspiración por alterar pruebas. Terrio podría enfrentarse a más de 2 décadas de prisión. Eso fue todo por mi parte y les deseo que pasen un bonito día de Acción de Gracias acompañados de sus familiares y de sus amigos. Bonita noche.